What's going on, Benny? What's going on, Magic Man? Okay, man. So I said I had some news. Right? What's going on, Jenny? Jenny from the block. So the news. So one of the bits of news is you guys know how I just made this, right? And I bought the handset from Amazon, one of those you know, those things that plug into your cell phone, the retro phones. And I put a Sony speaker in it, and now this is my new handset. But that wasn't good enough for me. Behold, look at this. You see this? Made in Canada. This is a Northern Electric Company Limited G3 made in Canada phone from 1960. Life is okay, Jenny. So, here's the plan. The plan for this phone is I'm going to leave the whole phone. I'm going to wire this thing up. So, when I pick it up, I've already kind of figured out when this closes, it'll close the circuit. So that means when it's down, there'll be no music coming out of the headphones. When I pick it up, I'm going to be able to hear. But also, when I pick it up, I'm going to put the microphone into the system. So when I pick it up, I can talk as well too. And I'm going to leave the original mic in there, hopefully, is the plan. And it's going to have that telephone sound. What I'm about to do with this phone, nobody has done this. There's people that have used the microphone for recording and turned this into like a stereo. I watched a guy turn into a stereo microphone. I've seen DJs cut the cord and turn it into, to have that. But I haven't seen anyone take the phone and jack it all in. So when you hang up, the music stops. When you pick it up, I can listen. You know how long I've been looking for one of these? Like, I find them on Facebook Marketplace, and they want too much money. And I didn't want to spend a lot of money into this because it is all a bit of an experiment. But I go to Value Villages, secondhand stores all the time. I never come across old phones anymore. Ever. The pickers, they see these things and they scoop them up, and they just, I don't know. So today I put it out to the universe. I was going to the secondhand store today to find a goddamn phone. The first one I went to, they didn't have. I wasn't expecting it. But the second Value Village that I went to, I was walking to the back and I said to the universe, I'm going to get the phone. And man, beyond the fact it's black, that's okay. I would have preferred like a red or something funky. But the odds of me finding this is like fucking mind-boggling. Mind-boggling, man. Thanks to 12-inch skins for the white skin on the Opus Quad. If you have not seen that yet, they are at NAM, NAMing it up at NAM, and PJ. So this is a loaner. You want to hear a funny story? PJ sees that I put the skin on just yesterday, and this is a loaner, right? PJ from AlphaTheta Pioneer DJ sends me a message today, and he's like, "Hey man, they need the Opus Quad back for Friday." I looked down at my phone. I spent 2 hours skinning this thing yesterday, right? I looked down at my phone like, what the fuck? And then the guy sends a message, ha ha ha, just joking. Guy's just kidding, just fucking with me. So that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Oh, I gotta show you another score. So something else you're gonna notice. You see the look. The look is a little different. So I went to this Amazon return place today as well too, and things start off at $25 on Saturday, and they get cheaper as they empty out throughout the week. So I've gone on a Sunday when things were $15, but I've never gone on a Wednesday where everything is $6. And I didn't think I'd find anything decent. And I found quite a few things, but the main thing was this big ring light that's beside me. It's like a big one with stand and everything, and it's RGB. So I've got that off to the side. I had a small one, I got a big one. The smaller one's in front of me. And I turned off some of the other lights to give myself this moody look because I thought the moody look would be cool. But Value Village, man, sometimes I can't believe the things I find. I don't really often buy secondhand shoes because, you know, they're used, right? I kind of buy my shoes new for the most part. But once in a blue moon, I will come across a pair of shoes that when I look at them, I know they've never been worn. And if they were worn, they were worn like once, maybe twice. You know, I give them the sniff test. These shoes here, let me just see if we can get that in there. These are like these gray distressed brogues. Look at the soles on these things, right? And these are Ron White. So I see these things, I'm like, you know, I've never heard of these before. I Google search Ron White shoes and pull up the goddamn site, and I've never seen that distressed kind of look either. You know what I mean? On a shoe. And the fucking, all the shoes they have on their site are like $400 Canadian. No, sorry, I'm looking at a US site.com. They're like 400 US and up because the shit is, you know, handcrafted in Italy. So I'm like, fuck me. I put them on. They're not the most comfy shoes in the world. They're not the most comfy ones I've ever worn, but because they're so goddamn new, they're not broken in. That's really what the deal is. So I need to loosen them up. They're getting a little better as I was wearing them at home. But I got the goddamn shoes for $10.47 Canadian. You know what I'm saying? And they're $400, at least $400. So even if you factor in, okay, maybe they're used, and I'm like telling you, I'm looking at the bottoms. There's no wear on these things, man. Like there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing on there. So yeah, even if you factored in that, they'd still be a couple $100 at least. And they're pretty fucking cool. So a good score. Another score. This is by the way, how people want to know, how do you manage to survive, dude, off a YouTube channel and you don't work and shit. And it's little things, man, that I wheel and deal and I buy. You see this here? DJ Rule. This is a dock for a 15-inch 2017 to 2019 MacBook Pro, right? And it gives you like fucking shitload of ports on this thing. This unit here, it's like about 4 years old. Yes, this is the Opus Quad, by the way, in a white skin from 12-inch skins. This dock used to sell for about like $140 US. I bought it for $8. I've got it up for sale for $60. You know what? I used to actually, it's funny you mentioned about the Oxblood, because I had Oxblood brogues when I was like fucking, when all the preppy kids in my school were wearing like penny loafers. I was, no joke, one of the first kids that I know of in high school to come to school wearing brogues. In Canada, like, it just wasn't a thing. And I was wearing brogues before brogues were really a thing over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's wearing penny loafers and shit, and I was wearing the fucking brogues. And they were Oxblood. I remember these things, man. And people were like, fucking wow. Like, these things were Oxblood. And yeah, I love these goddamn things. Funny stories. So I got that. I can't even pick that shit up. I can't even pick that fucking thing up. I bought this, like, you know that light that you can make like neon signs? This shit's like 33 feet long. So at this Amazon return store, $6 I get this light. It's worth like 40. This LED frisbee, the Tossie RGB, this thing on Amazon, Canadian, is worth like about $40. $6. I got the box too. So I bought it just so I could flip it. I'll play around with it. I'll give it a couple spins outside at night, maybe. It's pretty fucking cold here in Canada right now. And yeah, but like it's gonna be cool. And you know what? I'll turn around. I bought it for $6. I'll sell this thing for like $20. Someone will buy it. Like I said, it's got the box, you know what I mean? I bought this wireless lavalier mic. So two mics, and it plugs into like phone, USB-C, iPhone, 3.5 jack. And once again, worth about $40 on Amazon, and I bought it for $6. So I'll turn around and maybe I'll use that. It actually works on the Pocket 3, funny enough, which I don't really need it to, but it does. So yeah, it's kind of how that shit goes. So, the big news. Let me tell you, this is the DJ news, sort of DJ-ish. Did you hear what happened today? Akai, this is for more of the producer people. Akai partnered with Native Instruments. They didn't take them over. They didn't buy them out or nothing. They literally partnered. So now on the new MPC 3.0 stuff, the Native Instruments plugins will now work with it, like so Contact and all this shit. So there's all these plugins that'll now work from Native Instruments in the MPC world. So you're probably thinking big deal, but it is a big deal because there's a lot of producers that only use MPC. And then you got another realm of people that only use machine. So now that you're getting the sounds of Native Instruments into the MPC world and combining this shit, you're going to hear some real new sounding shit come out in the future. It's a big deal for music. So as a DJ, I'm pretty fucking excited that maybe we're going to hear some new beats and some new sounds now that we have this whole collaboration going on. And the possibility, like how Akai used to make the stuff for the Ableton Push, you never know. Maybe Native Instruments is like, fuck it. Just keep making Native Instruments. How about you just make the software side of shit and let Akai make machine? Or start combining shit. Because I like machine. MPC, I never really figured out. I didn't give it a big chance. I tried it for like, a couple of days and then I returned it because I was stupid. But yeah. So that's the big news. So far out of NAMM, haven't really heard anything else. Nothing from Pioneer DJ. I don't think anything's coming out. I think it's just doing what they got, which is fine by me. Nothing from Rain or Dead and DJ at this point. God knows if they're going to do anything. I don't think they're going to release, and I don't think anybody is going to release anything at NAMM. I think, if anything, maybe, like if something's going to come, it's going to come later in the year. It won't happen now. And that's just me making guesses based on nothing. It's me making guesses. An uneducated guess, I guess. Anyways, I'm not staying long. I just came on here just to tell the news, show off a couple of things, talk about the new phone project that's going to happen to make the DJ telephone, and I'm going to roll. So thanks, Jenny, for hopping in and being all chatty, and the rest of you people. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. I'll talk to you soon, though. Have a good one.
Connection. Operating system. Transmission.